Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to make this really cool double diamond gatefold card. Now the really good thing about this one is you can have it that way, so you've got your diamonds on the front, or you can have it this way where the diamonds come out at the back. And they both look really cool when they're closed up as well as being open. They stand just on the shelf like this. Obviously I've got extra weight, so it may want to topple because I've put lots of flowers on this side, but it's fine, it still stands up with all that weight there. So it's entirely up to you which way you decorate this. This could be the panel where you write, and then on this side this could be all just fully decorated. You can decorate both sides if you like. Just to do one side you can use it with one piece of cardstock and one piece of paper, so it's quite, you know, thrifty if you like. So we'll get started and I'll show you how to do this. It is from 8 by 11 inch card, so when it's folded it will fit in your A5/C5 envelopes like this. As you can see, I've obviously got quite a mountain of flowers on there, big depth, so I'd be needing to make a box for mine. But if you make it flat, then obviously it will fit in those envelopes, which is really good as well. So any 8 by 11 card, that could be A4, it could be US letter, or you can chop it down from 12 by 12, etc. So let's get started and I'll show you how to do it. So thanks everyone that has subscribed, liked, commented and shared my videos. I really do appreciate all of you. Now, as you know, my channel is all about the know-how, and what I'm going to do today is, let me just get this in shot for you, is when I score them, I now put pen lines on there so you can see exactly what I've been up to, okay? So what you need to do is take your 8 by 11, have your 11 this way and your 8 the other way, portrait. So we're going to go 1 1/4 and just mark where 1 1/4 is, okay? We're just putting like a little dent in there so we know where 1 1/4 is. Alternatively, you could put a pencil mark in there and then rub it out later. Okay, so you just need to know where those are, so just where that is and that is, and then we're going to score it all the way down at 2 1/2 like this, and then we're going to score it all the way down at 3 3/4 like that. Then we're going to flip the card around and do exactly the same on the other side. Now the reason I flip my card is because A, you've only got to remember one set of measurements, and B, it's going to be more precise because it's 100% not going to be out. So again, a little dent at 1 1/4, or just measure with a ruler and pop a little line in there. So like this, and then we're going to go 2 1/2 again. Whoops. Do my lines so you can see what I've done. It must help. I'm sure it helps you guys. You can see which way I'm scoring and things like that. And 3 3/4. And I really do like making these cards so that they fit in, you know, you can make them with your US letter and your A4. I think it's really cool. Now what you need to do is where you had this little mark, okay. Oh, one other thing actually, we'll do it now. So just put a little dent or measure and a mark when you turn it the other way at 4 top and bottom. Okay, so I'm doing both. I'm denting and then I'm putting a line so you can see it. You obviously wouldn't have these lines on your card unless they're pencil lines and you're going to rub them out. So now what you need to do is go from that little mark that you did at the beginning and just take it down to this inner line, okay? So you can use a ruler like this. You can just put it on your mat, use a ruler, line those two up like so, and then fold your card up to the ruler and get your score line. What I like to do is I've put lines on my board, so I'm going to use the 5 inch mark, and I can see that that's lined up at 5, and if I get this one lined up at 5, I think all the way to the end, but you'll see that it is at 5, and then you just make a score, a diagonal score like that. So I'm going to pop that on there so you can see. Oops, wonky wonky. And then the same for this side, so you're just going to spin it around, or you can alternatively, it looks the same if you do it that way. So we're on the 6 mark this time, so make sure you're on the 6 mark top and bottom. So you've got your little mark up there and draw indent there, and make sure they're both on 6 and draw your line, okay, like that. So we're going to do exactly the same on this side. So small mark at the top is in channel 5, so I'm going to make that innermost in channel 5 like this, score, pen line it for you. They're identical, they're symmetrical. I think this style would look absolutely brilliant with Art Deco actually, because symmetry and, you know, like the shapes, the diamonds, etc. I think it really look good with Art Deco. But obviously, ooh, moved it. You can use your stamps and things like that to decorate cards. It doesn't have to be paper, but I am going to show you how to do the mats and layers for these as well. So there you go. So that's nearly all the way down to the end, look. There we go. So now the only other thing you need to do is draw a line. I'm going to move the scoreboard, don't need that anymore. Just draw a line from this top to this point that we put on there, okay? So we're just going to draw that line in like this. And obviously you can line this up on your trimmer and cut it if you've got a paper trimmer. So again, top to bottom, sorry, middle. So just where that dot is on the edge there, to there, like that. Okay, so that's making the diamond shape. And then again on this side, just from that top notch down to this edge notch, like that. And again, this one to this one, like that. Now what you do with this is you're going to cut away the outside triangles, okay? So you just take your scissors, just cut these off, oops, like that, and then the same here, whoops, 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 what am I like, wonky donkey today, and then the same on the other side, whoopsie. And just cut those two edges off, and then you've got your, you can see how it's shaping up. Now to fold it, it's quite simple as well. Just got those 4 little pieces, you can keep them if you want. I don't need mine, they've got lines all over them. Useless now. So what we're going to do now is the folds. So the folds are really easy. These straight lines that come top to bottom all go inwards in towards the cards. So just fold and burnish, and it's really important that you burnish these well. Fold in and burnish. Same on the other side. Fold in and burnish. Fold in and burnish. Okay, so we've got all our lines going in, our straight lines going in, and then these lines, the diagonal lines, go the other way. So just fold, turn your card over on the wrong side, and make the 2 diagonal lines and burnish those. Getting pen all over the mat, just going to ruin my projects. Clean it up. There we go, that's why it's best to use pencil. So now you've got all your score lines reinforced, burnished. And all you need to do is these go inwards. So just grab them and just push them in and then fold that over like that. Okay, so these are both going in, these are both going out. So put your finger, so you're going to join these 2 together and then push it down, and again give it another burnish. Now depending on the thickness of your cardstock, on how flat that sits, and if you wanted to put it under some books to rest and flatten it, then by all means do. And then this one, same thing, and you can lift the flap up and then go back in on these little sections as well. So just fully burnish it all up and you've got your card blank. So there's your double diamonds on the front and there's your double diamond look on the back. Okay, so now it's entirely up to you which side you're going to decorate, if not both. So with the decorating, so the sizes of the panels are going to be different, okay? So these here, the 2 diamonds and all of those pieces come out of one piece that is 7 1/2 by 2 1/4. So that's these 7 1/2 by 2 1/4. But then the middle section is going to be 7 3/4 by 3 1/4. So if you want to jot that down, 7 3/4 by 2 1/4 and 7 1/2 by 2 1/4. Okay, that's the measurements you need for your mats and layers. You can see that fits on there lovely, and it also would fit on the back. So like I say, this all comes out of one sheet, and you do have quite a big piece left over that would either make another panel or one more of these. You can't get two out of it, but from an A4 sheet you can still get another one of those, which could go on the reverse side if you weren't worried about decorating the diamonds on the back. So this is what we're going to do now, is show you how to make the mats and layers for the diamonds and the panels. So flip your paper over to the wrong side, and you're going to have to use a ruler and measure this. So what you need to do is find halfway. So this is 2 1/4, so it's 1 1/8, okay? Move my scissors out the way. So at 1 1/8, you need to make yourself a mark just there, okay? And then again on the other side, 1 1/8. Just get your ruler lined up, and a little line at 1 1/8. Then again across the top. So this is 7 1/2, so that's going to be 3 3/4, I hope. I'm not used to working with inches, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. 3 3/4. So I'm just going to put a little line there. And if you've got like mats underneath that you can use and things like that, by all means do it. And 3 3/4, need the ruler a bit closer, don't I? Is there. Okay, so we've got those lines in. I'm going to use a pencil actually. Now you just join the dots. So you're going to start at the very top and go to that edge like that. Same this way. Make sure they're lined up nicely. Like that. And then again here to the outside edge, and here, middle and middle, like that. Okay, so now you've got your diamond mat in there. Now what you need to do is cut these out, and what you'll soon see when I cut them is you're getting the shapes that go on the inside bit as well. We've got one there, and cut it more accurately than what I am. Get some new glasses in a couple of weeks, and I think I need them. I'm very wonky donkey lately. Keep tripping up as well. Right, there we go. So we've got our diamond and we've got a shape. So you do 2 of those. I'm not going to do it twice because you don't need to see that. My channel is all about the know-how. I just tell you the measurements, what you need to do, show you how to do it, and then you go away and do it. So we did 7 1/2 for a reason. If I'd done 7 3/4, it just doesn't work because of the shape of the diamond. So just pop some glue on the back, whatever your choice of adhesive is, and then just pop that into your shape, paying attention to the points here and lining up with those ones, and then just move it along, and you can see there they fit nicely. And then you've got 4 of these. Now if you wanted to keep the pattern, just take note of where you cut them, etc., and make sure they're all going to work. But for me, I don't mind which way I do it, so we're just going to put the glue on. I think this pattern doesn't matter, but if your pattern did matter, then, you know, go ahead and do that. So you're just going to get an even border like that going into there. Now if you find that these points are too close to that point and it annoys you, just snip a little bit. They're going to be odd now, but it doesn't matter, I'm only showing you what to do. Just take a bit off of the bottom, okay, so the straight edge. So if you take a bit off the bottom, then what happens is the point comes away, you see, from the middle, and it just gives you a little bit more room, you know, a little bit, because this is quite close to all the score lines, so it just gives you a little bit more room. But you don't have to do that. That's just in case you're finding it fiddly getting the glue to the end and it's too close to your score line for your liking. So just pop that one down, and it's more important to concentrate on getting like your tops level and then worrying about the points at the end. And you can see now it's almost done. You know, one more of these and we've matted and layered a double diamond card. And obviously you can do the same again on the back. You could use different papers, mix and match them around. So here, just get your lines even with each other. You can see the point's a lot longer on that one, look. Comes down to that fold a lot more than that one. So it just keeps it out of the way a little bit by chopping an edge off. Or even if you wanted a bigger layer. And then this one. And that's it. All done. So I hope you had fun making these, guys, and you enjoyed the video. And I'll be back very soon with a new one for you. So I'm just going to pop this one on. There you go. And you can see there, should be dry, but it's not. When that one's glued down, you can see it's very simple, but it all comes together nicely. Now, if you wanted to make a third diamond and put it in there, then you just cut it in half and you can split it and put it on these two. But I think where it's folded in, there's a lot of decor on there. You don't need to, but entirely up to you if you wanted to. So have great fun, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye bye now.